Hey, knockoff toy friends, how you doing? It's your old buddy Johnny B, and this is Stark Raving Hazelnuts. Today's show is going to be both fun and informative, because a few weeks ago, I was prowling AliExpress, as he does, and I found a really cool looking 22 centimeter knockoff Godzilla figure. And then I noticed a lot of sellers were selling the same figure. So I decided, hey, I'm gonna buy two of them from two different sellers and see if there's any differences in quality control, shipping, what have you, and then do a show about it. Well, the fact that we're doing a show about it tells you all you need to know. Your old buddy Johnny B got smoked. Like a salmon I did. Well, I didn't really get too smoked, but if I show you the two figures, you'll definitely choose one over the other. So stay tuned. This is another fun-filled episode of Stark Raving Hazelnuts. Okay guys, welcome back to Stark Raving Hazelnuts, and let's crack on. So I ordered two Godzilla figures off AliExpress, and here are the seller ads. As you can see, they look practically identical. Price is like a mere 11 bucks. I mean, it's cheap as chips. So I ordered those two figures. Now, the first figure, the first Godzilla figure, came in this nice cellophane bag with this nice little manufacturer barcode label. Pretty nice. The other one came in this bubble wrap with some hastily stuck on manufacturer's barcode sticker. The other one with the cellophane bag came in this nice big envelope because it's such a big figure. The other one came in this. Oh, you can see where old Johnny's going with this. So let's take a look at the first figure from the big bag and the nice cellophane. And here he is. Wow. Grab a shovel, toy friends, and dig this. Look at that bad boy. Yeah, nice. Not bad, eh? Okay, let's set him down. Here's the other one. Now, on the face of it, despite the fact that this one is partially assembled required, this one and this one are pretty close, except for a couple of things. This one is fully assembled. He's got nice movement in the tail, legs move, and the arms move. The paintwork is really cool. This one is basically 99%. You don't need to adjust or do anything. It's fine right out of the bag. There's just a slight display problem. The legs are a little gibbled there. You can see this one's a little bit gibbled. So I'm gonna need to soak it in hot water and just soften the legs and pull them out a bit so they're perfect. Okay, let's take a look at the other one that came in the little tiny green plastic bag. Look at this guy. Now there's some significant differences between this one and this one. First of all, you ever tried to get one of these hard plastic tails into one of these hard plastic figures? Good luck with that. So I get this figure in that tiny green bag in this cheap ass bubble wrap, and that's the first sign that there's going to be some work to follow. Now check this out. I don't know if you can see that, but he's like squashed. Look at that. You can see that denting in there. Look at that. Yeah. Now on the other side, it's not too bad. But he's definitely got some squashing there. And look at the arms, and you pull the arms up. Look, so gibbled. So this thing, I am gonna have to take this figure, and I am definitely gonna have to either shoot heat up its butt or soak it in hot water. But I'm gonna try my best to bring this one back to shape and life and see if we can't make it worthwhile comparison to this guy. So stay tuned. We'll be back in not too short a time. Okay, Godzilla fans, Dr. Johnny B is out of surgery, and I am happy to report that both Godzillas are now walking tall, and all their problems and issues have been remedied and fixed. So let's talk about how we did it and what we did. We'll start with this one first. This is the big one that came already assembled. Now, as you remember, he only needed a small adjustment on the feet because they were kind of offset a bit, but that was no big deal. There he is. He is now totally anchored down, flat-footed, and sitting cool. So what I did for this one is, and the other one, I used the hot water technique. So I use the hot water in the basement near the laundry machines because down there they have the big tub and the 2 spigots, and the hot water I find is the hottest in the house. It just comes out really steamy hot. So for that, all you do is just take this figure and run the legs, the knees, the shins, the feet, the belly under hot water. Just rotate it around there a bit until it becomes relatively soft and manageable. You don't want it too soft, okay? You don't need it to go super Play-Doh soft. You just need it flexible enough to form it. So then you flex form it like that, turn on the cold water while holding it in position, put it under the cold water, and it literally just hardens like instantly. It like takes 2 or 3 seconds and it's back to form. That's the great thing about this knockoff vinyl. It softens quickly, it hardens swiftly. So adjustments are so easy. Also, what I did with him is I ran hot water down the spines. Okay, as you can see, some of them were a little bit anchored in this way or anchored in that way. So what I did was I ran hot water down there and I pulled the spines out a bit, then ran cold water over them while I was holding them. And now there's a nice separation down there. See that? So that just makes it, it gives it more depth between the spines when on display. Really nice. So this was an easy one to fix. Basic. This one that came without the tail was a little more elaborate because it had many things that needed to be repaired. So the fact that it didn't have a tail on it when I got it was an advantage. Turned on the steaming hot water, tilted him upside down, and literally filled him up through the tail and filled it with hot water. And then you just test it here until it becomes soft. At which point I took a cloth of, also in hot water, and I put it into the tail and I started to stuff it down into the chest cavity. And because it's soft in the chest cavity, the cloth fills it up to the point where I wanted it. Okay, that's perfect. Then I just run it under cold water for a few seconds and boom, the chest is totally back to normal. Look at that. Compared to what it was before, it was all like flat and it was indented from being shipped poorly, but now look at it. And you'll also notice, look how symmetrical the hands are. I fixed those too. All right, and the same process for the first one I applied to this one for the legs that needed to be fixed, just running hot water over them until they softened. Then I pulled them apart, anchored them into the position, and held them under cold water for just a second or two, and look where he is at. Totally fixed and repaired. He looks amazing compared to what he looked like when I got him. Putting the tail on was actually quite easy because the tail end at this point was still a little soft, so fitting the hard connecting tail into it was pretty simple. Anyway, guys, there we have it. Which one do you like better? I am still kind of partial to this one because I like the darker vinyl and the the deeper blue Mylar fins, but some of you may like this one equally. Yeah, both of them are fine with me, and at $11 a piece, it was a fun experiment, and I hope you had a good time on the show, seeing them, seeing how we repaired them and everything. So if you do like knockoff Godzilla toys, knockoff superhero toys, or dinosaurs in general, why not like and subscribe to Stark Raving Hazelnuts? Because we have lots of episodes in our library and lots more to come. This is Johnny B, your favorite knockoff toy channel. I'll see you real soon. Peace out.